Welcome, lone wolves. The saying, nice guys finish last, is a well-worn cliche, often repeated as a cautionary tale for men who prioritize kindness over self-respect. But what society rarely acknowledges is that Sigma males never even enter the race. They don't play by conventional rules. They don't beg for approval, and they certainly don't compete for hollow validation. Studies reveal that people pleasers are more likely to suffer from burnout, anxiety, and being taken for granted. Meanwhile, Sigma males operate on an entirely different level, one where respect is earned, energy is fiercely guarded, and kindness is a privilege, not an obligation. If you expect a Sigma male to conform to societal niceties, holding doors for insincere gratitude, apologizing for things he didn't do, or nodding along to nonsense just to be polite, think again. He isn't here to be nice. He's here to be real. And if that unsettles people, even better. 1. They have no interest in fixing others. Sigma males don't waste time trying to fix people. They've observed enough to know that most individuals don't actually want change. They just want an audience for their struggles. While a nice guy might drain himself offering endless support, a Sigma male walks away the moment he realizes someone isn't willing to evolve on their own. He understands a brutal truth. You can't save someone who enjoys their misery. There's a certain type of person who thrives on chaos. They claim they want help, but what they really want is someone to clean up their mess while they continue making the same mistakes. Sigma males refuse to be that crutch. They know that no amount of advice, effort, or patience can force change upon someone who isn't ready. Instead of exhausting himself trying to rescue a self-destructive person, the Sigma male disappears. No dramatic speeches, no drawn-out explanations, just silence. And that silence speaks volumes. Unlike nice guys who fall into the trap of believing they can love or reason someone into becoming better, Sigma males recognize that growth is a solo journey. They respect personal responsibility above all else. If someone repeatedly makes poor choices, surrounds themselves with toxicity, or clings to comfort over change, that's their decision. This isn't about being heartless. Sigma males possess deep compassion, but they refuse to let that compassion turn into self-sacrifice. They know their limits. They've seen what happens when you try to save a sinking ship. You drown with it. And Sigma males? They don't drown for anyone. 2. They don't play the hero. Society loves the hero archetype. The selfless man who swoops in, fixes problems, and walks away with a gold star for being a good person. That's the nice guy fantasy, and it's exactly why so many of them end up used, drained, and discarded once they're no longer useful. Sigma males don't play that game. They don't waste time saving people who refuse to save themselves. They aren't trying to be the knight in shining armor, because they've realized something most men don't. Heroes get exploited, villains get feared, but the ghost gets respected. A Sigma male understands that constantly rescuing others doesn't earn respect. It earns dependence. The moment you become a guy who always fixes things, people stop seeing you as strong and start seeing you as a tool, a convenient solution to their self-inflicted problems. Before you know it, you're trapped in an endless cycle of fixing, supporting, and sacrificing, all while receiving nothing in return. Sigma males see through this trap and refuse to step into it. They don't exist to clean up other people's messes, and they certainly don't feel responsible for the consequences of someone else's bad decisions. If someone needs saving, they better learn how to swim. This isn't selfish, it's survival. Sigma males know that the moment they start putting everyone else first, their own goals, energy, and peace take a backseat. And for what? A pat on the back? Temporary appreciation until the next crisis appears? They'd rather be misunderstood than drained. So they don't explain, they don't justify, and they don't apologize for choosing themselves. People mistake this mindset for coldness, but in reality, it's the smartest way to live. 3. They don't follow the script. From birth, men are handed a script. Be polite, be agreeable, smile when you don't want to, apologize even when you're not wrong. Make everyone comfortable, even at the expense of your own peace. This script is designed to keep men predictable, manageable, and easy to control. Sigma males take one look at this script and set it on fire. They don't waste time playing the nice guy role because they know exactly where that road leads. Exhaustion, resentment, the slow realization that being nice only benefits those who take advantage of it. Sigma males aren't rude or disrespectful, but they refuse to perform politeness at their own expense. If they don't like something, they say it. If they don't respect someone, they show it. If someone expects them to conform, good luck. This makes them dangerous in the eyes of society. People are comfortable with men who are predictable, who can be guilt-tripped, who can be pressured into following the herd. But Sigma males, they don't care about fitting in, making people comfortable, or doing what's expected of them. They'd rather be labeled difficult than be anyone's doormat. They'll walk away from situations others endure just to be polite. They'll say no without an apology. And if they get called not nice for that, good. This isn't about rebellion for the sake of it. Sigma males simply refuse to live a life that isn't on their terms. They know that the minute they start conforming, they lose their power. And power, for a Sigma, isn't about controlling others. It's about absolute control over themselves. For they never lead with kindness, they lead with strength. A Sigma male doesn't enter a room trying to be the nice guy. He isn't concerned with making people feel at ease, offering unnecessary compliments, or softening his presence so others feel less intimidated. That's what society expects men to do. Dilute themselves to be more palatable. Sigma males don't subscribe to that nonsense. They don't lead with kindness because they know kindness, when given too freely, is often mistaken for weakness. Instead, they lead with strength, clarity, quiet dominance. The world teaches men to be overly agreeable, to hand out respect like free candy, and to ensure no one ever feels uncomfortable around them. Sigma males understand that true respect isn't given, it's earned, and they make people earn it. They don't fake warmth. They don't play nice for appearances, and they don't tolerate nonsense under the guise of being understanding. If someone deserves kindness, they'll get it, but if someone expects it as a given, they'll be met with cold indifference. This isn't about being cruel. It's about having standards. A Sigma male's kindness isn't a weakness, it's a privilege, something that has to be deserved, not assumed. People quickly learn that if a Sigma is kind to them, it's because he genuinely respects them, not because he's trying to please, impress, or be liked. That's why his kindness carries weight. It's rare, it's intentional, and it's real. Softness for the sake of making others comfortable has never been in a Sigma's nature. He doesn't lower his voice, change his posture, pretend to be less than he is, just to put others at ease. He doesn't tolerate nonsense. He doesn't let emotions dictate his decisions. And if that makes him seem cold, so be it. Strength is his default setting, not warmth. And that's exactly why people respect him. 5. They don't offer help as a hidden transaction. A Sigma male doesn't do favors with a hidden invoice attached. He doesn't offer help just to collect on it later. Play the nice guy game of fake generosity in exchange for validation. If he helps, it's because he genuinely wants to, not because he's expecting admiration, favors, or attention in return. The second he senses that someone is entitled, manipulative, playing dumb to get something from him, he's out. No explanations, no arguments, just pure, undetectable ghost mode. Nice guys often help people because they're secretly hoping for something, a thank you, admiration, or, in many cases, romantic attention. They act selfless, but there's always an expectation lurking beneath the surface. Sigma males see right through this, and it's exactly why they operate differently. They don't give just to get. They help because it aligns with their values. They respect the person they're helping. But the moment they sense entitlement or manipulation, the generosity stops. Instantly. Nothing makes a Sigma male lose interest faster than someone acting like they're owed something. Some people think that just because they're close to someone, that person is obligated to help them. Sigma males don't play by those rules. They don't care about social contracts, unwritten expectations, guilt tactics. They help who they want when they want. And if someone starts demanding more, they vanish. This is what makes Sigma males impossible to use. You can't guilt trip them, make them feel bad for putting themselves first. Expect them to keep giving when they're not receiving respect. They have no problem cutting people off. Mid-sentence, mid-problem, mid-favor, if they sense they're being taken for granted. At the end of the day, a Sigma male's help isn't a given. It's a choice. And once that choice is gone, so is he. 6. They're selective with their energy. A Sigma male treats his energy like rare currency. Not everyone gets access to it, and he sure as hell isn't handing it out to just anyone, unlike nice guys who feel socially obligated to. Entertain pointless conversations. Tolerate draining people. Be polite for the sake of appearances. A Sigma male has zero patience for anything that doesn't serve him. If he's engaging with you, it's not out of politeness, guilt, social pressure. It's because you bring something real to the table. If not, he's already mentally checked out. He's the guy who won't fake a smile just to keep the peace. Removes himself from forced, uninteresting, or draining conversations. He doesn't care if it seems rude. His peace matters more than someone else's fleeting comfort. And if someone expects him to be endlessly available, play emotional support, tolerate nonsense just to be nice, they're in for a rude awakening. Sigma males don't do small talk, forced interactions. People who take more than they give. This is why they're often misunderstood. People think they're cold, antisocial, arrogant. But the truth? They simply refuse to expend energy where it isn't valued. They aren't interested in shallow connections, fake friendships, being someone's emotional dumping ground. They engage only when something stimulates their mind, respects their boundaries, aligns with their values. Anything less, they disappear. This selectiveness makes them rare and ironically more desirable. People want access to them because it's not easily given. When a Sigma male actually invests his time and energy into someone, it means something. It's not just politeness, it's genuine interest. That's why their presence carries weight, and their silence, deafening. At the end of the day, a Sigma male's energy is reserved for things that matter. If you have it, it's a privilege. If you lose it, you'll realize just how quickly he can disappear from your life. 7. They don't tolerate passive-aggressive behavior. A Sigma male has zero tolerance for manipulative communication tactics. Unlike nice guys who awkwardly endure veiled insults and subtle jabs to maintain harmony, the Sigma male either confronts immediately or removes himself entirely from a situation. He refuses to participate in emotional scavenger hunts where he's expected to decode hidden meanings or read between lines. Passive-aggressive individuals rely on indirect control, backhanded compliments, strategic silence, or coded language designed to provoke a reaction. While the nice guy pretends not to notice and tries to smooth things over, the Sigma male recognizes these games instantly and refuses to play along. His response is binary, direct confrontation, or immediate withdrawal. This makes the Sigma male frustrating for manipulators to handle. They can't bait him into emotional battles, guilt trip him into compliance, or make him dance around their insecurities. If someone has an issue with him, they must communicate it directly. Otherwise, he considers it their problem, not his. 8. They don't use flattery to get ahead. Sigma males don't distribute compliments like cheap business cards. They reject the social expectation of constant praise and hollow validation that nice guys rely on to gain approval. When a Sigma male gives a compliment, it carries weight because it's rare, genuine, and never given with ulterior motives. In a world where most people expect and even demand constant ego stroking, the Sigma male's authenticity stands out starkly. His silence speaks louder than empty words, and his refusal to participate in fake admiration games often makes others uncomfortable. This isn't about being rude. It's about maintaining integrity in communication. People accustomed to superficial validation often feel unnerved around Sigma males because they can't manipulate them with praise or extract compliments through fishing expeditions. The Sigma male's approval must be earned, not extracted through social engineering. 9. They reject fake humility. Society expects successful men to downplay their achievements with false modesty. Sigma males refuse this charade. They own their skills and accomplishments without arrogance, but also without the performative self-deprecation that nice guys use to appear more likable. This authentic self-possession often gets misinterpreted as ego, when in reality it's simply a refusal to participate in social theater. The Sigma male understands that pretending to be less capable than he is serves no one. It's dishonest himself and insulting to others' intelligence. Unlike attention seekers who feign humility to fish for compliments, the Sigma male states his abilities matter-of-factly when relevant. He doesn't brag, but neither does he lie about his competence to make others comfortable. 10. They value respect over being liked. The Sigma male's core operating principle is that respect trumps popularity every time. While nice guys contort themselves to be universally liked, Sigma males focus on commanding genuine respect through their actions and boundaries. This often means being willing to voice unpopular opinions, disagree with the group consensus, walk away from situations that compromise their values, accept being misunderstood or disliked. They understand that seeking universal approval is a fool's errand that inevitably leads to self-betrayal. The Sigma male would rather have a few people's authentic respect than everyone's superficial liking. 11. They don't compete for attention. Sigma males possess a magnetic presence precisely because they don't seek it. In social situations where others are peacocking for validation, the Sigma male remains composed in the background. This quiet confidence paradoxically draws more attention than any attention-seeking behavior could. Their power comes from comfortable silence, observational presence, lack of desperation for approval, authentic engagement rather than performance. While others exhaust themselves trying to stand out, the Sigma male understands that true presence comes from within. He doesn't need to prove anything, and this unshakable self-assurance is what ultimately makes him unforgettable. Conclusion: the Sigma male's unshakable core. The Sigma male's strength lies in his complete alignment with his authentic self. He represents the ultimate rejection of social conditioning that teaches men to seek validation through people-pleasing, false humility, and emotional labor. His power comes from uncompromising self-honesty, clear boundaries, emotional independence, selective engagement, authentic expression. In a world full of performative niceness and social games, the Sigma male stands apart not because he tries to, but because he refuses to be anything other than himself. His greatest strength isn't in how he interacts with the world, but in his complete indifference to its attempts to shape him.